Hello and welcome. Today we are inside of a 2009 Volkswagen Passat wagon. Let's take a look outside. Let's take a look at some of the features. Okay, so some cool features about this car. It does have a ratcheting center console, which is nice. Sorry, that's a Bluetooth receiver. This car is a 2009, so it does not have any infotainment system, no backup camera, but it does allow for connection through Bluetooth with an adapter, which I have here. So I mount my phone right there. I can use that for music, GPS, etc. This car has 207,000 miles, original engine and transmission, so it's held up well. I've had it for about 17,000 of those miles. Let me just spin around here so we can continue with this review. And I can let the engine sing a bit, let you hear that, keep it in first gear. You can actually hear the turbocharger spool up in this engine. I'm not sure if you heard it there, but that's a pretty enjoyable trait for this car. Alrighty, and that's going to be about it for this review of a 2009 Volkswagen Passat wagon. Hello and welcome. Today we are sitting inside of a 2022 Alpina B8. This is a beautiful luxury car, stickering for around $150,000, with just a beautiful interior and exterior to boot. Alright, so this vehicle is powered by a 4.4-liter bi-turbo V8 producing 612 horsepower and 590 pound-feet of torque. This is BMW's signature engine, but it's definitely been tuned up to get up to 612 and 590. It is mated with a 8-speed ZF automatic. The tires in this car are massive, so the fronts are 245 width tires, and those once again ride on 21-inch rims, and the 21s in the rear are actually 285 width tires. So, sitting up front in the B8 Alpina, this is a very luxurious interior right here. So the first thing you actually notice in all 8 series, there is actually accent stitching, so in this case being green and blue, so that actually would match the gauge cluster. The shifter here on this Alpina, it lights up with the 8 logo, and it is made of genuine crystal. The infotainment control wheel is also made of genuine crystal with a very nice Alpina inlay. Before we begin this video, let's give you that startup sound, right next to the stock exhaust. Hello and welcome! Today we are inside of a 2020 Dodge Challenger RT Scat Pack. This is my actual dream car, so it is amazing that I am able to review this car. The Scat Pack is powered by a 6.4-liter naturally aspirated V8, making 485 horsepower and 475 pound-feet of torque. You can turn on and off your parking sensors here, traction control. Luckily they put a dedicated button because people driving these do not care about traction control. They are going to be burning through tires like mad. Alrighty, that'll just about wrap up this review of this 2020 Dodge Challenger RT Scat Pack. Should I do a bit of a send right here?
Go ahead. That's a speed bump. Yeah, come on. You're good.
was fun. Oh, this is my dream car. This is insane.
I couldn't drive a car like this every day.
Yeah.
I would be in jail.
I'd be dead.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome. Today we are driving a 2022 Mazda CX-5. This is an all-wheel drive model with the turbocharged engine. This engine feels very torquey. Of course, it has the 310 pound-feet of torque. And, yeah. Okay, it sounds pretty good. However, I believe some of the audio is also pumped in, so the engine is not as loud as it may seem. The head-up display up front, I like it very much. It's you can adjust it right through your settings here in the infotainment, so that's very easy to do. Hello and welcome. Today we are inside of a 2012 Bentley Continental GT. So this Bentley Continental GT Coupe, this is a 4-seater in all-wheel drive. This is finished in a dark sapphire metallic color. And it does have a dark bourbon interior. This is a 2-row coupe, weighing in at about 6,000 pounds in gross weight, and it also stickers used with 24,000 miles for about $99,000. This is powered by a 6-liter twin-turbo W12 engine, producing 567 horsepower along with 516 pound-feet of torque. This is mated with a 6-speed, shiftable, quick-shift automatic, and this is a ZF transmission. This Bentley achieves 12 miles per gallon in the city and 19 on the highway. This beast sits on 20-inch alloy wheels, finished in 275 wide tires. For your driver's seat here, it is powered, it has 3 memory settings, and it does have full power. It does also have lumbar support right there. And right here on your door sill, you have a beautiful badge saying handcrafted by Bentley Motors Limited. And that is in Crewe, England. And right here you have your climate vents. So these vents in here are really cool. They are manually adjustable, but they resemble airplane and aircraft gauges. And also these little toggles here, those open or close them. That is a very cool touch and almost never seen. All right, so in the front here of this Bentley, the first thing you notice is this beautiful steering wheel. It's finished in some beautiful real wood, and yeah, it has some beautiful leather inserts through here, and it just looks amazing overall. This is a auto seatbelt tensioner, so it'll come out when you start the car. If you don't put it on quickly, it'll just tension back in. Very cool. And right here, you do have a spot where you can insert your key. You can use a physical key here to start the vehicle, or you can put your foot on the brake like a modern one, and you can just push the button there. And see, that is the tensioning system right there. Hello and welcome to Spin Class. Hello and welcome. Today we are inside of a 2008 Ford Crown Victoria Police Interceptor. This is one of my weird dream cars, and I really hope to own one someday, so it's a real privilege to be able to review this. Make sure to also check out my POV drive of this Police Interceptor coming up soon. I would like to thank Soda Motors and Newport Speed Shop, located in Newport, Rhode Island, for allowing me to review this car. This Crown Vic is finished in beige and is part of the Panther platform, and that ran from about 1997 to 2011 in this period. This is a 2008. It still holds its charm well today. This is powered by a 2-valve, single overhead cam, 4.6-liter naturally aspirated V8 that produces 250 horsepower and 297 pound-feet of torque. Funny enough, this is actually the same engine that was in the Mustang of the time. This rides on a double wishbone suspension, which is heavy duty, so it'll yield a bit of a stiff ride, but it has to for all the utility. This also does have an extra transmission cooler and a heavy duty transmission. Overall on the exterior, it's an understated styling. It's pretty neutral, but I think it looks pretty menacing and mean, and still big. And powerful. This rides on 17-inch wheels, which are steel, so that you could hammer them out if they ever got damaged, versus like an alloy wheel today, and they ride on 235 tires. First thing you notice, you do have a column shifter in here, which is interesting, so we'll put it into drive. I've never driven one of these, but this is one of my dream cars. I'm a weird person. I love Crown Vics, and I want one in my life. So let's see. Okay, so off the line, it's not that torquey. It's not terrible. So let's see. Well, that was all wheel spin right there. That was awesome. So there's actually no traction control inside of here. That's how heavy duty these vehicles are. All that was tire spin. It didn't do anything to impede it. That was great. And right at this late, I'll do a little bit of a hard acceleration. I'm not going to go up to 60 yet, but we'll see if it likes to keep the tires. Okay, it does not. It most definitely does not. That is crazy. I can spin the tires at a moment's notice. This is just so funny to me. I desperately want one of these cars in my life. I hope I can create content with one way down the line on the channel. And with it being rear-wheel drive, this can be a very fun car if you really have the skills to go do donuts or essentially drift. These will be very fun in the snow. I'm up here in the Northeast, and there are very, very many snowstorms that hit here at certain points in the winter. So, yeah, that could be cool. A lot of kids like to get these cars. Currently, I definitely gave away I wasn't a cop by spinning the tires back there, but I don't know, I haven't noticed anything yet of anyone driving differently around me. We'll go on the highway now though, and I kind of want to test that left lane theory, I call it, where most drivers will get the heck out of the way of this car once they see it is an ex-cop car. This isn't beige though, and it doesn't have a push bar or spotlights, so I don't know how much people are going to react to me any differently, but I really want to test it. I'm not going to go at insane speeds, but I just want to see if I can own the left lane, if everyone's going to move over for me or not. It's always been a funny thing I'd like to try. I won't be at impersonation levels or anything like that. I can't like pull up on people and scare them. That is a felony. But yeah, I can just drive. Ooh, Supra, Mark IV Supra. Awesome. That is beautiful. Wow. Very nice. Let's see. This is a beautiful Supra in front of me. Wow. Wonder what the specs are on that thing. Sounds great too. That's very nice content. Love that. And cruising in regular traffic. I don't notice too much, but I notice people are keeping their great distance from me. Another person in my rear view, they are giving me multiple car lengths of space so that they don't bump who they suspect is a cop. It's an ever-expanding space cushion. I love that. Wow. Hello and welcome. Today we are driving a 2019 Hyundai Kona Electric. This is a front-wheel drive model and an EV. This battery electric vehicle has 201 horsepower and 291 pound-feet of torque, and this is mated with a single-speed automatic transmission. This gets 132 miles per gallon city, 108 on the highway, and 120 mpge combined. Alright, so for the shifter in here, you do get a push button, so I am in drive, and oddly enough, you do get sport mode in here, in a stinking electric vehicle, so we are driving, of course, in sport mode. Let's see. Alright, so it has some real power. Wow, that was insane. I did not expect any instant power or wheel screeching from that. That was my fault. That was awesome though. Let's come to a stop, and we are in sport mode. Let's floor it and see what happens. Okay. That's some power. 40, 50, and that's about 60. Wow, that is really not bad. And it genuinely likes to skip the tires. That is so funny to me. I did not expect that at all. Neither did the rider with me. So,
correct.
yeah, that is interesting. Well, of course, it's going to have instant torque. It's going to be an electric motor. But, yeah, it's really surprising. Why does it like spinning the tires? This makes no sense to me.
That's so wrong.
This is great. Oh my goodness. This is a Hyundai Kona electric. Why is this the way that it is? It's genuinely driving like a sports car with its power delivery.
Wasn't screeching like
Yeah, I just drove a Hyundai Veloster today. You may see that up on the channel, if not very soon. And it wasn't screeching as much as this. That's so weird. Let's see the brakes on this. Okay, they're typical brakes. Do a very good job. Yeah, this is front wheel drive. I guess that's why. If it were all wheel drive, it would have a bit different driving experience. But this is, it cannot put the power down. I didn't think I'd be saying that in my first electric vehicle, a small SUV, but it kind of a Tesla Model Y or 3 competitor. But yeah, interesting.
do an epic pull? That tunnel's gonna go crazy.
Hello and welcome. Today we're driving a 2012 BMW 335 IS. This is tuned to over 430 horsepower, originally making 320 horsepower. Before this video begins, alrighty, let's get into the drive. Hello and welcome. Today we are driving a Ram 1500 TRX. This is a 2021 model, and with a gross weight of 7,800 pounds. This is powered by a 6.2-liter supercharged V8 Hellcat engine, making 702 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque. It can do 0 to 60 in usually under 4 seconds in good conditions. Alrighty, if you want to learn more about it, make sure to check out the full review. But we are going to take this Ram TRX out on the road. Alright, so for Dodge products and Dodge engines, I have only driven the 6.4 liter Hemi, which is the one in the Scat Pack. But I have not driven a Hellcat yet. And this is a pickup truck. I love this thing. I haven't even driven this thing. It's so dang ridiculous. And I love it. It shouldn't exist, and I'm so happy that it does. I'm a big Mopar guy just because they put Hellcats and everything, and I am beyond happy to drive this thing. I'm also very scared, so I won't go too insane. Alright. That supercharger whine is insane. I love it. That thing sounds like God. That thing sounds like God singing to me. Hellcat engines are among my favorite things, in definitely out of Mopar. Yeah, if I owned one of these, every red light would be the start of a race for me. I would not be losing races in this thing. All right. That's 80, and that's an auto. That is insanity. Oh my goodness. Brakes still feel good, luckily. Wow. This thing is an auto. This is the biggest vehicle I have ever driven. And it is easily the fastest. It's in the fastest. That should not exist. Yeah, racing into traffic is nice. Certainly don't have to worry too much in this. Now let me actually get over. So we're in sport. I'll do one little pull. Tight shifts. Yeah, very, very tight shifts. Very good everything. And that was in sport mode, so. I think that it just looks insane. And that, you know, it's like a big lifted truck. Very capable. Very awesome looking. But people would not expect it to be anywhere near this quick. And the fact that you can do that is also an added caveat. Oh my goodness. And that's an auto. That is in auto mode. This is beautiful. I cannot love this enough. I need a Hellcat in my life. We got another year till around 2023 they can produce Hellcat engines, so. As always, Hellcat go burr. Oh my goodness. Hello and welcome. Today we are driving the 2022 Ford F-150 Lariat Lightning. So this is finished in black, and this has the extended range package. So this is a four-wheel drive truck with seating for 5. And this does have an impressive, roughly 580 horsepower and 775 pound-feet of torque out of an electric motor. And this does have a single-speed direct drive transmission. This is four-wheel drive with 73 city, 60 highway, and 66 mpge combined. F-150 Lightning. And now we will take this beast out onto the road. Alrighty, so it does have a traditional shifter, which is nice. And a lot of great cameras around, so it has very high quality cameras, which is nice. So we'll pull ourselves into the drive mode area. This does have a 15-inch infotainment system with the brand new Sync 4 system. Sync 3 from Ford is always one of my favorites, so Sync 4 is already great. So this is a silent car, of course. There's silent truck. There's going to be no startup sound, but it has 320 miles of range from this extended range battery versus the more typical standard battery, which is 230 miles of range. Let's get into it a little bit. Wow. is 40. Wow. Yeah, let's come to a quick stop here and do a 0 to 60. We'll put it in sport. $60. Oh my goodness, this thing is beautiful. I love this. I've driven one electric car before. I drove a Hyundai Kona electric, and that was only front-wheel drive, so it was spinning the tires a lot. It really wasn't prepared to be a front-wheel drive vehicle. And that only had 201 horsepower, and roughly the similar amount of torque. But this has 580 roughly for horsepower and 775. Wow. That thing likes to throw you sideways when you floor it. My goodness. You really have to hold on to the steering wheel. Wow. I love this truck so far. And it's dead silent. You can't find too many electric cars yet that at least look mainstream. Most electric cars tend to be either really well hyped up. This is well hyped up, understandably. But a lot of them end up coming out looking more like concept cars and kind of funky, and they stand out a little too much for some people's liking. But this is very doable. Hello and welcome. Today we're driving a 2007 Chevrolet Corvette convertible. This is finished in black with a red and black leather interior. It weighs in with around a 3,200 pound curb weight and used to cost about $50,000 back in 2007. This is powered beneath a classic clamshell hood, a 6-liter naturally aspirated V8, that's an LS2 engine, making 400 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. This achieves 0 to 60 in around 4.5 seconds. This is of course mated with a rear-wheel drive platform and is mated with a 6-speed shiftable automatic transmission. There we are, and we're at 50. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it doesn't treat it like a turbo. It's a naturally aspirated V8, so it has a punch and kick really all through the rev range. But yeah, it takes a little bit to get there. Definitely. Up here you do have a head-up display, as you can see. That's in green. It might be very faint on camera. Right there. $60. Okay. Yeah, that is very, very, very good. It feels very solid though, because I am very, very far down low in this car. It has very, very, very little ground clearance for sure. But yeah, this thing definitely feels very happy and eager to get up to speed. I don't know what the top speed is on a C6 Corvette. It's probably above 180 miles an hour, or just about there. And we're not going, of course, anywhere close to that. Hello and welcome! Today we're driving a 2022 Ford F-150 Raptor. This is of course a 4x4 model. Alrighty, so this is finished in black with a black leather interior and some carbon fiber accents. It has an MSRP around $70,000 starting. It's powered by a 3.5-liter twin-turbo EcoBoost V6, making 450 horsepower and 510 pound-feet of torque. This is mated with a 10-speed shiftable automatic transmission. Let's take this out on the highway. Sounds crazy, wow. I'm only in normal mode. Wow, this thing sounds amazing. Yeah, let's stomp it just a bit. Love to hear those turbos, wow. This thing sounds great. It actually handles pretty decent so far. It has blind spot monitoring, which is nice. Also lane departure warning with lane keep assist, excuse me. Has a giant steering wheel. This is a heated leather steering wheel. It has the largest shift paddles I've seen in a long time. Let's check those out. 9th gear, 8th, 7, 6. Alright, so it'll actually listen to you if you were to do that, so that's pretty cool. It'll pop out of manual, so that's good. And if you want to get out of it, you can just hit in or out of it. You can hit a button right here next to the shifter, so that's good. Alrighty, as always, drive with passion, and thank you very much for watching. Take care.